This is me putting my bagel in the toaster oven. I love bagels so much, probably because of my Jewish heritage, and it is a necessity in all of my breakfasts. And here's me struggling to open a strawberry container, but eventually I got it. Oh, there we go. Look at me go. And here I am cutting my strawberries. I realize that because I'm left-handed, my right hand is holding the strawberry, and because of where I place the camera, you cannot see what is going on. But I'm going to hope that you know how to cut strawberries. If you don't, you probably should not be handling a knife, and I advise you get some parental aid with this part of the process. And because a colorful diet is a healthy diet, we're also adding in some blueberries, and I also have some raspberries. I love raspberries with all my heart. They're my favorite berries. They're so sweet and delicious and yummy and perfect, and I highly recommend raspberries if you've never tried raspberry. And then some blackberries, because like I said, we want all the different colors of berries in our bowl, and then I'm sprinkling some sugar on it because it's unnecessary, but it makes it taste a tiny bit better. And here is me boiling my water for the poached eggs. I've literally had poached eggs for breakfast every single day for the last 2 weeks, so this is actually incredibly accurate. I used to not like breakfast very much. It was my least favorite meal of the day, but now since poached eggs have come into my life, it has been my favorite meal of the day. It's very delicious and nutritious, and poaching is the most healthy way to eat your eggs, fun fact. I put some vinegar in the water for some flavoring, and it's super duper delicious. And here are the eggs cooking. The pot's getting angry. Look at all that steam. And it almost boiled over, but I caught it in time. Is that foreshadowing for later in the video? Maybe. And I'm using a slotted spoon, fancy utensils, to take my poached eggs out of the water because we don't want our plate to be wet. So I'm taking out my poached eggs, and I'm putting them on the plate, getting ready to eat with the rest of my breakfast. And here's me putting some butter on my toast because it makes it a little bit more yummy. Is butter actually not that good for you? Yes, but it's yummy, so here we go. And there are my berries, and I'm putting some hot sauce on my eggs. Real hot sauce? No, Frank's, because I can't handle spice. For lunch, I'm having ramen, spicy chicken ramen, because we're trying new things today. Here's the water boiling, getting angry again. Put the noodles in the water, put a lid on to help them cook from all sides, and here I'm adding another egg because I have a weird egg obsession. And now I'm separating my ramen noodles as they cook because in my mind that makes it better, angrily shaking the packet to get it all down to one side, cutting it open, and putting in the spicy chicken powder because this is health. And I'm stirring up the powder and I'm adding the egg. Some people like to mix it in to make it more like egg droppy, so it's like more yolk, but I like to just poach my egg because I have a weird obsession with poached eggs. And now it's cooking, and oh, this is maybe what we were foreshadowing earlier in the video, and it's open. There we go. You can, if you had seen how fast I ran over to this pot, it would have been something, let me tell you. So here I am with my spicy ramen. It's probably not actually that spicy because it's just a spicy chicken flavor packet, but I have the worst spice tolerance of anyone I've ever met, so this is going to be an interesting experience. Figured I would get it on camera. I put an ice cube in it because I'm a scaredy cat and don't like hot things. So I'm gonna see how this goes. I was clearly very desperate for ramen if I was willing to go for the spicy chicken one because I never go for the spicy chicken one. Okay, here we go. Good. It's spicy, and I think my family would make fun of me for thinking that it's spicy, but it's good. You know, this is good. I've got to build up my spice tolerance because who knows, like maybe one day I'll be on a date and then he'll order spicy wings and then he'll be like, oh my god, Sarah, you have to try one of these spicy wings, otherwise we can't be together. And I'll try the wing, but like I don't want my nose to run and my eyes to water and for it to be an incredibly embarrassing experience. So by eating spicy ramen, I can avoid potentially losing the love of my life to a spicy wing. My favorite thing about this dish is actually how aesthetically pleasing it is. Look at that. Doesn't that look amazing? Wow. And then I watched some Damon Dominique France vlogs while I ate my lunch. Honestly, it was delicious, and looks aren't everything, folks. And for dinner, my family decided to support a local business, which was fish and chips, and here the sky just looked really pretty when we got home, and I wanted to share that. And I don't live in LA, where all the takeout comes in really pretty boxes, so, you know, this video really isn't about aesthetics. Also, I'm not going to pretend I eat the prettiest food all the time, but also that looks delicious. Oh, so this is where the aesthetics get really questionable. I Really did not. Oh wow, doesn't that look so appetizing? Nice one, Sarah. Wow, that's pretty. So then I put some more tartar sauce and vinegar on my fish, and it was honestly really freaking good. So, that's the point, isn't it? Isn't that the point of all this? To eat food that makes you happy, not food that looks good? Because there are some really pretty salads out there, but I'm going to be honest, I very rarely crave salads. If you do, that's amazing. But this is really just me talking about pretty food over a time lapse of me disgustingly eating this delicious food. So I hope you enjoyed.